What's up, YouTube?
What's up?
What's up, dude? So today I said, let's do a list of 5 reasons why we just moved from Idaho, the Boise metro area, all the way to southeast Florida on the Treasure Coast. And I told Rochelle, I said, write a list of the top 5 reasons, we'll rank them number 5 to number 1, whatever the number 1 reason is why we left Idaho and came here. And I haven't seen hers. She hasn't seen mine, so let's see if we're on the same page. You know what? I'll go first. So number 5. So this is how we're gonna do it. Number 5, water, coast. Just the more water is accessible. We lived in the high desert in Idaho, and there wasn't a lot of water, even a lot of pool seasons. So like coast, pool, just water in general, lakes. I mean, there's a lake in our backyard. So that was my number 5 reason is water / coast. It's a lot closer. There's no coastline in Idaho. So
the beach is what, like 30 minutes away from us
from
here?
here, yeah, it's 11 miles or about 30 minutes. So
we'll just, wake up and go
pack
there
up
for the
and
day.
go to the beach, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And then what, in Idaho, if you wanted to go to the actual coast, like the ocean, it'd be like the Oregon coast of, what is that, like 9 hours away? And it's cold there. I've been to the Oregon coast like a handful of times, and I never swam in the ocean.
Oh, no.
All right, what's your number 5?
So my number 5 was not originally a reason that I would have had when we were living in Idaho.
Okay. So this is since
but
we moved
yeah,
here.
but I had to put this as a reason because it was so much fun. We just recently went here. We're going back today.
To go back. I didn't know what you're talking about.
So number 5 for me is Disney World.
Disney World is awesome. I didn't know. It wasn't even on my radar when I moved to Florida. Like, I knew it was Disney World was here, so that's cool opportunity, but
and I didn't think we'd go for like at least like a year, I mean, Chloe's still only 1.
Yeah.
I didn't think, but Claire had been talking about it. She calls it Disney Plus.
Disney Plus, yeah.
We had a reason to go to Orlando.
Yeah, Orlando's like an hour and a half from here,
yeah. So we made a trip there.
I had never been there before.
Amazing.
We went.
I've been there once. I went there once, like almost more than 10 years ago, to the month when we went. But I only spent a day in Magic Kingdom, and I mean, it wasn't. I don't know. It was fun, but I was also leaving on a cruise, so
hey,
that's what I was looking forward to at the time. Like Disney World was fun, but it was nothing like what we just experienced.
So that got added to the list after
that
we went there because it's awesome, and we're going back there today. We're going to the Animal Kingdom, so make sure and stay tuned for that. All right, so I'll do number 4 then. My number 4 is more opportunities, which I guess kind of like opportunity to go to Disney World, opportunity to go to that, but like business opportunity too. It's been pretty good since we got here business-wise. Now we're doing more YouTube videos, so I think it's more opportunity in general than in Idaho. Even though we were doing good, but I just felt there was going to be more opportunity long-term and more opportunity for the girls. Mm-hmm. I mean, and that like covers it. I mean, we'd go to an NFL game, an NBA game here. The girls could go to, Florida College or any of that stuff. And then like the whole East Coast is accessible too. I spent a lot of time on the West Coast. I was born down in the West Coast, Southwest area, and then lived in Portland. So like I've done a lot of West Coast stuff. I'm kind of over it. Not feeling it. The East Coast looked like more opportunity for us, and for the girls if they want to go to college on the East Coast and just be closer. There's just more going on over here, I feel like. So that was my number 4.
So my number 4 kind of goes with my number 5, and it's kind of like the opportunity thing.
You can't say Animal Kingdom or your number 4, dude.
And this really was a reason when we were in Idaho for moving here for me. And number 4 for me is cruises.
All right, that's huge too, because that was like in my plus category when we were discussing like, oh, let's move to Florida and having to like defend ourselves to everybody that's like, you can't do that. We did. Was cruises to Port Canaveral. I mean, it's right. It's closer than Orlando. It's closer than
45 minutes, an hour away.
45 minutes from here. So
we went on cruises all the time before we had Claire. We went on like 3 back to back.
We went on
right
3
before
in like
we had her.
6 months. Yeah.
But we were going out of LA.
LA, yeah.
you know, and it's all good. It was super fun, but couldn't ever come over to the East Coast because the plane ticket was so expensive.
Yeah, a little bit more.
And then you have to get like the hotel. It's like a whole day trip just to get here. Now we can literally get up in the morning and
drive to the port.
Go leave on a cruise.
So that's huge for sure. That's not on my list. That could be another more opportunity.
Yeah, opportunities.
Not more opportunity one is hold on, baby. Claire's over there waving to us. Yeah, but cruise, I'm with you on that cruise for sure. We haven't done a cruise yet because, you know, the world is a little crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of waiting for things to chill out.
Normal. But I did see one of my friends on Facebook just went on a cruise and they said it was all good, except for they got their car stolen and they went out of Galveston, Texas. They got their car stolen at the hotel when they were unloading their luggage. Yeah, I seen it on Facebook.
Oh my god! So they like left their car when they
probably left it running or something and went inside. Someone came out and swooped it. That sucks. Thank God we live in Florida, not Texas for that. But yeah, so cruises, I'm down with that.
Yeah,
sure.
Hopefully, I was kind of thinking maybe we'll maybe even go ahead and book one for like next year or something. You know, we have Disney World going on this year.
Yeah, we did get the year pass for Disney World,
yeah.
So that's why we're like back to back in Disney World. And we're going to see everything, and we're going to bring you guys along with it. All right, so Michelle, why don't you take number 3? Why don't you start us off on number 3 as we get into the top 3 on why we moved to Florida and left Idaho.
All right, so my number 3, we're getting a little more pragmatic side here, away from just the fun, which
Universal Studios, I'm going to guess it's Universal Studios.
We haven't been there yet.
Yeah, I don't even know what's
list.
there.
All right. So,
but I did hear they're building like Super Mario World there, which I'm down with that. If you don't know about Super Mario World, it's in Japan. Like, go ahead and Google search that, and then come back. I'll wait. Okay, we're done waiting.
All right. Now number 3 is just more diversity here, just different culture. You know, living on the East Coast, Florida, like you're just getting people from all over the place. Like literally everyone we've met is, I mean, even if it's from the U.S., like just from somewhere else.
Hey, to be fair, if you live in Idaho, everybody's from California, so you're tired of that?
Yeah, you're not getting a whole lot of diversity there,
No,
which is some of the reason people are leaving Idaho and leaving some of the, you know, West Coast.
What, you've either been born in Idaho, or you just moved there from California. Peace out. We went to Florida, so in Florida, everybody's from somewhere else, really.
Yeah,
it seems like
I think
everybody's
that's cool.
From
you know,
else.
you get to experience different stuff. The girls will grow up just, you know, knowing different people and
New Jersey, Vermont, New York, Connecticut, all those places. We've met people from all that, like neighbors, all that stuff. I've met people that said they've never met anybody from Idaho before too, which is hilarious. And a lot of people over here don't even know where Idaho's at. I'm like, what'd you say, Iowa? Ohio? What was that? Idaho? So yeah, the diversity here is awesome. It's cool to meet other people, man. Just get out in the world and just see what's going on. I'm glad we moved just to see that there's more in the world.
Yeah,
and
just
the same thing we've been seeing for 20.
Stuff.
I've been seeing for 20 years. I've lived in Idaho since the summer of '99 to October of 2021. So I was glad to stretch my legs a little bit. It's been a minute, and I'm super happy to be here. So I'm down with that diversity for sure on that. It's fun to talk to people.
Yeah.
Talking to you guys right now, we talk the whole world. So we love it. I guess that's my number 3, and I don't know. Florida's like the freest state, man. I love it, dude. I love it. I feel like, not to get like all political or anything like that, because everybody got their own thing and it's all good, but I feel like here that the government ran here puts a little bit more faith into the people and doesn't treat them like total idiots. So I thought that was pretty cool. I know right before we left Idaho, people would always compare, why isn't Idaho as cool? Idaho governor as cool as Florida governor. He would do that. We're supposed to be the Wild West, but I don't know. So it's awesome. That's a huge plus for me, for sure. Number 2, you doing it. So then we're going to the top 2. So I'm gonna guess our top 2s are gonna be in line with each other because we both moved down here for the same reasons, obviously. But let's see if they're in the same order, or if they're even the same or not. Let's see. Universal Studios for number 2.
We haven't been there.
I know, I'm just teasing you. What you got?
For my number 2 is the weather.
Weather here is awesome, dude.
We had been talking about being somewhere warm for years.
We were talking about Arizona.
Yep.
We were talking about Texas. And then we just started talking about Florida. We just kept pushing we just kept pushing further east, and we love the tropics. So
Yeah,
I'm down with you on
just
the weather.
being warm all the time. Like in Idaho, like summers were awesome.
Summers were
and
good.
we love the 100-degree weather.
Yeah,
like
we
people
liked it
complain
when it's
about
hot.
that,
We
but
like
we
the
like
pool.
it when
We
it's
like to be
super
out.
hot.
Yeah.
Go camping every weekend, be outdoors, and then winter would hit, and it just
Winter's
just
long
sucks.
in Idaho.
you know, it's just cold. There's always an inversion.
Oh yeah, that's right. So like in summers in Idaho, if like this last summer it was nice, but all the wildfires from California, Oregon, Washington, all went into the Treasure Valley, and it just hangs out there. The air in the Treasure Valley is garbage.
Terrible.
It's garbage. And so just smoky. I remember when we flew out here and we left the smoke. I was like, oh my God, thank you so much.
Well, you kept talking about this like Florida smell, and I like jokingly said, like, I was like, it's fresh air.
Yeah, it's fresh air. The Florida smell is fresh air. Yeah, so where we're from, the Treasure Valley in Idaho, it's a valley. It's the Treasure Valley. That's what you get with mountains. It's beautiful, like it looks cool, but everything is trapped in there. It's rough out there for air quality. It's pretty poor. So that number 2, weather.
That was my number 2.
Yeah. So my number 1 and 2, I mean, weather is definitely up there. But I put for number 2, cost of living in houses. We were looking at buying another house in Idaho. We're gonna move again and sell our house.
Kind of get a little more space.
Get a little bit more space. We had like a whole plan.
We had a, bigger house, so we wanted to keep like
we
the
had
square
an RV,
footage.
so we wanted RV parking. We had a big house, but we wanted a bigger house.
Jesse
with
works
more.
on cars, so
We're
looking
looking
for
for
a
like
place
a shop maybe. We didn't get that here. Spoiler alert.
No.
We got a lot of other stuff that are way higher on our list.
Yeah.
So we started we were looking at houses in Idaho, and it was like, I mean, we were looking at like $700,000. It was like, that's a lot of money, dude. So, and then I just jokingly started looking at houses in Florida, sent one to you, and it was like, oh my God, you
because we had
can
talked
get
about
like so much more for less.
Yeah.
At least it used to be. It's creeping up. It's creeping up.
Because we were like, okay, well, we'll find somewhere else in Idaho, and then like Florida would be more like our long-term plan. Later down the road.
Yeah, that was like
stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of years down the road. But we also, the girls, we were like, we gotta move them now too, because if they get indoctrinated, in school.
Right. Like,
and
that's what. So like further down the road, but then when you like kind of looked at a house, and then like we started, it was kind of like, well, what are we waiting for?
What are we waiting? Why are
now?
we gonna move?
It's easier. The girls aren't in school yet, so let's get down here before we have to get them in school, and yeah, I mean.
So yeah, the cost of living was like no even comparison. The Idaho Treasure Valley like blew up. Median house prices were $500,000. You couldn't find any houses underneath $300,000. I sell real estate up there still. If you need a realtor, hit me up. I got all my team up there still. I'm still have an active license up there still at Silver Creek Brokerage. So I was like working with first-time home buyers, and they couldn't. I mean, if you had $300,000, you cannot even buy a house, and especially if you have an FHA or VA loan, like people are getting beat out on 900 square foot condos at $300,000, cash $330. Like my FHA buyer, my first time home buyers can't get a house. So like that was disgusting to me. I was so disgusted by that. This was like 1 year ago. If you watch this video right when it comes out, like 1 year ago right now, springtime last Idaho. I was so disgusted. I was like, this market sucks, dude. And then we started looking at Florida, and it was like, oh, houses
it's still
$250,
affordable here,
houses $300. Like, oh, people can afford to live there still. Like, okay, so that got on our radar for sure. And then, I mean, spoiler alert, we're here. So I don't know. Cost of living could be like number 1 for me, but it's number 2. What could be number 1? Is it Disney World on my list?
All right, so spoiler alert.
Dun 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 dun.
My number 1 is cost of living.
Cost of living houses. I mean, I feel like guys could probably guess what my number 1 is. But go ahead. So I mean,
well, we kind of just talked about it. I mean, that's why it was kind of perfect for me to just say what my number 1 is. But it was number 1 for me because with looking at houses down here, I was like, well, we could basically sell our house there, pay off a house down here. I'm not gonna work anymore, so I can spend time with the girls. So that was like huge for me. It's just being able to like just be home
yeah,
with the
for
kids.
sure. I mean, that you just hit it on the head. I mean, that's like freedom of like I don't know, it's just and we would have strapped ourselves down on a huge house.
Yeah.
I mean, you would have
just
never
continue working.
We
and,
had an RV too.
You know,
like,
yeah, and it was all good. Like we had stuff and we had a
lot
great
of toys
time,
over
but
there.
like yeah, here just a little more freedom, and it goes with everything else. You know, I mean, it goes with the cruises, Disney, being able to just do all this stuff with the freedom of not just having to make your house payment all the time.
Right, kind of did a little shake on the extra sketch. I mean, we got rid of our RV, we got rid of our side by side, we got rid of two cars. Not that I wanted to, but it was expensive. We shipped 3 cars down here, so
so definitely gave up stuff.
We gave up a lot to come down here. We
Yeah.
gave up a lot to come down here, but we love it.
Yeah.
So my number one, I mean, if you had to guess it, it's weather. Like I hate the cold weather. Idaho is like 6 months of cold weather. You could tell we're outdoor people. We're outdoor right now. We like sit out here and have coffee all the time. We have this big back slider. It's always open. The birds are chirping. I absolutely love it. The year-round temperature is like an average of 77 degrees here. I mean,
it got a little cold for a while. It was like
it's gonna get a little hot.
The 60s for the high. So
but we don't mind a little sweat. We don't mind. We like to be in the pool. We like get our suntan on, go to the beach. So weather was huge. Like weather was a deciding factor on if we were going to move to Arizona or move to Texas, or I mean I spent a little time in South Carolina in the basic training, and I mean I liked it over there too. So even the Carolinas, I heard North Carolina's pretty sick. So
yeah.
And my brother kept trying to be like, oh, we should move to Georgia, we should move to Georgia. Hey Wes, you should move to Florida, bro. So weather's huge. Weather's like number one. I think the weather's like number one for a lot of people that want to move to Florida.
That's what you always hear. I mean, you can't move to Florida and not have weather on your list of reasons to move
why.
here.
So if it didn't come up by number, yeah, it was on there. So that's it. We love it here. Got any questions, hit us up. We're going to do more stuff like this and kind of share our experience with you. We have a family vlog and coffee with Jesse and Rochelle. Cheers. Can you cheers coffee? Rochelle said you can't. I don't know. Cheers. We'll see you guys on the next one.